We're going to talk about benchmarking today, and going to try and keep the data a little bit to a minimum because we've seen a lot of data today already, although we agree on the importance, definitely. So first of all, the question that I would ask is, what is benchmarking? People have different understanding of it and so on. We're going to talk today more on the intellectual property side, and we're going to focus on benchmarking according to the market itself, so the outside aspect, the external aspect. And really what we're talking about is getting transparency and gathering data, getting transparency. What am I paying today? What am I getting for what I'm paying? And who am I paying it to, right? And then I want to look and see what's the guy next to me doing, and does that make sense? Okay, so we can go back to the example and look at, you were looking at your Dr. Pepper, for example. We can take similar examples, bananas or something. But at the end of the day, I can get a 50% cost reduction if I'm paying $10 for a banana. It sounds great, but I'm still paying $5 for bananas. So it doesn't really make a great deal unless you really love bananas. So like we said, and the first question we come up with is usually, what's your relationship with the outside counsel? So when we're talking about the foreign counsel, intellectual property, all of those agents all around the world do our filings and our renewals and our patent drafting and whatnot. And really here we're looking at why you would even do a benchmarking. So there are some goals, and it depends on the company. We have to align them with the company goals. So some people will be more focused on cost reduction. There we're getting into transparency and figuring out what we're paying today. Then the next step would be looking at comparing that to the market and seeing, what's my neighbor paying, what are they getting for the same money, competitors, or indeed people with similar IP portfolios, etc. The other topic we talked about earlier a little bit was consolidation. And when we do the benchmark, we look at who am I paying these fees to and what are they doing. And often what happens is you inherit portfolios. You also may buy them, you inherit them, and the integration happens to some degree, but perhaps the foreign counsel network has not been integrated properly. So you end up with duplication, which of course hinders volume pricing agreements in the procurement side, but also causes inefficiencies for the IP team. They have to manage those relationships, and there are more of them, which makes them more difficult to manage, more difficult to invest time in, more difficult to get a return on. In addition, there are of course admin activities in the background, invoices and so on. More invoices to more agents and so on causes more work as well. Little example here of a fashion company, Italian fashion company, surprise, that we did a benchmarking with, and this is a multi-brand company who had a decentralized management internally for their different brands. They did the benchmarking project and then figured out that they had law firms around the world that were charging them different prices for the different brands. So same law firm, charging $100 for brand X, $150 for brand Y, and $120 for brand Z. Obviously completely crazy, but nobody had visibility into this. So they centralized their management of the brand, they negotiated the rates, they got their volume pricing agreements based on the total portfolio, and consolidated, eliminating that problem and having visibility in the future so that they don't have that issue.